Ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between, welcome back. I'm here, I'm back, and I'm ready to talk about Doctor Who, of course. I am here on the tier list website because, frankly, I don't have any other ideas, and I'm going to rank every single 13th Doctor episode from The Woman Who Fell to Earth to The Power of the Doctor, just because I want people to know how I think. Because I do have some opinions out there that aren't just following everything. Okay, first off, these are all out of order. The Woman Who Fell to Earth. We'll do them in chronological order. Where is it? I don't think this is all of them, is it? No, it is. The Woman Who Fell to Earth. First one, I think it's okay. I think it's okay because it truly sort of doesn't give you a perception of who the 13th Doctor is at a point where it's very important to know who this character is because of all the controversy that casting the first female Doctor entailed. People needed to know that they could trust this Doctor right away. I had full faith that a woman could pull off the role, and I do think she did. I actually do think she did. However, the writing of this first episode is sort of contrived, not too creative or interesting. We got introduced to Tim Shaw, the Onion Boy, um, which was going to lead to one of the worst series arcs in Doctor Who history. But it's all right. As a standalone episode, it's all right. I could put it on. I won't probably pay that much attention, but I could put it on. At least I remember it, which is more than I can say for some of these. But I actually do think I have a more positive opinion of the 13th Doctor, but I am still critical. Second one, the Ghost Monument. Where should I put the Ghost Monument? I think that the Ghost Monument sort of it's on the same level as the One Who Fell to Earth. Like it's alright. It has the same problems where we still don't know who this Doctor is. And I would say the Woman Who Fell to Earth is slightly better than the Ghost Monument, just because the Ghost Monument really doesn't have that much going for it. Like, I love the scene where Jodie Whittaker finds the TARDIS, and I actually kind of like the TARDIS interior. I think it's very aesthetic. Not too much of a home, no furniture, no nothing. But I think it's very aesthetic. It's a nice ship. I love the crystal motif. I think the Ghost Monument would go just after the One Who Fell to Earth in okay. Now, the next episode. Which one was that? I've forgotten. I've completely forgotten. I think it must have been a forgettable one because there were a lot of forgettable episodes in the run. All right. We got. What was it? Oh my god. Am I stupid or something? The Ghost Money. It's Rosa. Oh no, I do think Rosa is definitely going to sit healthily in the good category. Not fantastic, not the best, but I think Rosa has a lot going for it in the way of characterization that other episodes don't really have in this era, but it suffers from a lot of the same problems. Not as many problems as these, but I definitely think it sits safely in the good category. Don't have too much to say about it. I'm glad that they got those moments. I think that the Rosa story really, I mean, it was very interesting, something that Doctor Who hasn't really done before. And I mean, they've done historicals, but it was interesting on the social activism side. A little bit less subtextual, a little bit more in your face about that, but that's not a problem. I like it. I like Rosa. I like Rosa. It's good. Next, Arachnids in the UK. This, however, is terrible. I don't like Arachnids in the UK. It's not. I think it is not. I think it has to go in the lowest category, not canon. I think that category was made specifically by the person who made this tier list for The Timeless Child. We'll get to that later. I think Arachnids in the UK botches the Doctor's characterization. None of the characters feel real. We got Mr. Trump, and not parts of it are forgettable, but the wrong parts of it are remembered because truly, the Doctor's moral compass is in a dire state in this episode. Should we shoot the spiders? Get them? They're dying. Should we give them a quick, painless death? No, we should lock them in a room and let them starve. That sounds better. Just because you're not pulling the trigger doesn't mean it's a morally superior option. Trolley problem. Okay. The Saranga conundrum. It's got Mr. I Don't Care. I mean, the Saranga conundrum, kind of forgettable, but it does reintroduce the Onion Boy, Timshall, into the lore. So that's something. But I really think it sits about. I think I remember more of it than I do the Ghost Monument, which says that it's probably better than the Ghost Monument, but worse than the Woman Who Fell to Earth. The Saranga Conundrum, I really don't. It's got the. Oh man, I don't even remember the names of the episodes. I gotta. That's how forgettable this is. No, this is the most forgettable one. The Saranga Conundrum is completely different. I made a mistake. This episode is incredibly forgettable. I don't remember a single detail about this episode, and I watched it when it aired. I seriously don't remember. All I remember is the pating, the pregnant guy named with the baby avocado. Bad. Nothing egregious, but it's so incredibly forgettable that I didn't even. I was thinking of a different episode entirely. Um, which takes us on to Demons of the Punjab, the one I was talking about earlier. Demons of the Punjab. Um, no, it wasn't. I was talking about the Ghost Monument the entire time. Literally, I'm crying. Sorry, my brain scrambled because these episodes are so forgettable. But Demons of the Punjab, I would say that is a good episode. Demons of the Punjab. I just don't remember names. I'm not good with names. Demons of the Punjab, up here, good. Not fantastic. It is good. It is a focal episode for Yaz, who is one of the most woefully underdeveloped characters in Doctor Who history. Demons of the Punjab. Um, I think Rose is still better than Demons of the Punjab, but it is still in the good category. I think there are a lot of good characterization moments. The fake out was kind of cheap. Like, JXC's Fall of Doctor Who details it pretty well. You know, all right, Kerblam. Kerblam. That is an episode that messes up the Doctor's moral compass, but I think it's better than the It's better than the Saranga Conundrum. Just because I remember it. I remember any of it. I think it's actually it would be okay. It would be an okay episode, but it botches the Doctor's moral compass again. She kills a guy, backs the mega corporations, and then dips. That's she shills for a mega corporation, kills a guy, and then leaves. That's the episode. That's all I gotta say about it. It's the Kablam Man, the Kablam Man, the Witchfinders. I think this episode is perfectly good. I think it's a perfectly good episode. Love King James. It's one of the more creative episodes in the era. I think the Witchfinders is good. Better than Demons of the Punjab, maybe? No. Rosa, Demons of the Punjab, The Witchfinders, all good stories. Not great, though. It takes you away. Oh, that's the one with the frog where the doctor, is really bad at talking to Graham. That's not good. I mean, it's kind of forgettable again. It's kind of forgettable. I think that it takes you away. It's kind of got like, ooh, I would say it's okay. It's at the tail end of okay. It's the lowest of okay. But that's that. I mean, the Battle of Ren Square of Kalos, that one is bad. It's forgettable. It botches the Doctor's moral compass again. They can't figure out what to do with this character. The Battle of Ren Square of Kalos. Kolos. The Battle of Ren Square of Kolos. Nah. No, 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 no. It's not fun. It's boring. The Doctor makes a bad moral decision, and then so does Graham, and then the Doctor commends him for it. I mean, it's the most underwhelming conclusion to the most underwhelming season arc. So I guess it fits, but I think it's bad. It's really bad. It's really bad. It's not canon, but it's not as bad as Arachnids in the UK. I think because it's got a more interesting concept than giant evil spiders. That's it for season 11. I mean, season 2, Spyfall Part 1. Good. I think it's really good. I like it. It got me excited for Doctor Who. It resumed on the characterization, made the characters a little bit. Spyfall Part 1. I like it. It's got a lot going for it. It's interesting. I think it's really good. I like it. I think it's actually fantastic. But I wouldn't call it the greatest. I think that Spyfall Part 2 with the Master reveal is brilliant. I love it. It really got me excited for Doctor Who again in a way that I hadn't been in all of Series 11. Spyfall Part 2, really good. Spyfall Part 1, really good. I think that brings us to Orphan 55, a stinker. Right in the middle of when everything was going well, it's a stinker. It's not. It's mid, but too mid to put in okay because it's more it's mediocre is what it is. It's not the worst. I think it will probably be right after Kablam in ranking. There's not that much to say about it, Earth environmental message rips off Ravalox. I don't like it. I don't like it that much. Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror. I remember I actually really liked Nikola Tesla. I was studying up on him when I watched this episode, so it was very interesting. I think it's nothing groundbreaking, but it's good. It's good. It's safely better than Rosa, but it's not fantastic. It is. I like the Nikola Tesla thing. He gets justice. He doesn't get justice actually, but he gets sort of historical justice, like helping spread the word. Thomas Edison isn't who he said he was. Capitalism, capitalism. That's all I can say. Fugitive of the Jadoon. Where is it? Fugitive of the Jadoon. Is it right here? Fugitive of the Jadoon. It lacks substance in the way that it promises substance later, which doesn't really come. But it's on its own merits. It's a perfectly okay. It's better than the one who fell to Earth. It's a perfectly okay episode. Perfectly okay. It's all right. But it really banks on what happens later, and what happens later is not the best. So Praxius, fantastic. I love Praxius. It's got men kissing. It's got ooh yeah baby. That's what I'm waiting for. That's what it's all about. It's got an anti-pollution message that's not like hammer. I mean, it is very present, but they don't give a PowerPoint presentation on how you can stop uh, racism or pollution like they did in Rosa and Orphan 55. So that's good. I like Praxius. It's pretty scary. I would say it's fantastic. I would say it's some of the best of Jodie Whittaker's era. Can you hear me? Oh, it's at the tail end of okay. It's okay. I don't think. Actually, no. I think it is at the top of bad, just because it's forgettable. It's doing the Eternals dirty. I love that episode. I love the Eternals from the Fifth Doctor's era. Um, and I think it really just got some interesting concepts in the character side, but I don't think that it's really, you know, hitting it for me. The haunting ability of Dottie, woo, the greatest. I'm doing this in the context of the Jodie Whittaker era, by the way, so I'm not saying that this is among the greatest episodes of Doctor Who. Definitely not. Like Jodie Whittaker's era, haunting ability of Dottie is part of the greatest. Yes, I think so. The greatest. Beautiful. It's a really good episode. It's Emma Sullivan. Congratulations, and Maxine Alderton too. It looks great. It has a great story, great characters for first time in a while. Um, it's great, and the ascension of the Cybermen squanders it, soiled it, soiled it, soiled it. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's not good. It's yeah. And Chris Chibnall, stop, just stop, dude. Give just make it a people run season. Just take your hands off. Let everyone write every single episode. Cause man, the Timeless Children. Oh boy, oh boy. Now I know that it's popular to hate on the Timeless Children. I don't think that the Timeless Children ruined Doctor Who. Controversial opinion. I don't think it did because Doctor Who has a plenty mess of canon. That doesn't excuse it from being the mess that it is, but I don't think it ruins Doctor Who. I just think that on its own merits, it's a bad episode and it soils most of Series 12 with it's just a cheap gasp that, offers a lot of plot holes and inconsistencies that I really don't like. I don't like it. Timeless Children, it's 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 not canon because I'm not gonna be that guy, but it's really bad. Worse than the Battle of Ransquarab Kolos? Yeah. Because it's literally, it's all that happens in the episode is just bad stuff. Yikes. That's Series 12. That's not good. Alright, we got. Did I forget to rank Resolution of the Daleks? I forgot to rank Resolution of the Daleks. I apologize. Resolution of the Daleks. Fantastic episode. Returns of the Daleks. It's not the actually. I think it's at the tail end of fantastic, and that is said with a lot of emphasis on tail end because I don't think. Actually, I think it's at the top of good. The top of good. No, it's not. I'm thinking about it as I'm saying it. I think it's probably right in there because the Daleks are on point. The Dalek, I should say, is on point in that episode. The design, kind of a little curvy. Putting the Dalek, the people inside the Daleks, putting them out of a job with your remote controlled Dalek props. Okay, fancy pants. Resolution. It's good. It's good. It's firmly in the middle of good. But um so back to Revolution of the Daleks, so I don't miss it again. Revolution of the Daleks. I think it comes after the hot stinker of the Timeless Children. Doesn't address any of what was brought up in there. Except for the doctor being like, "Oh no, I'm so sad." I think Revolution of the Daleks is about the same as Resolution, but I like the new designs, if not a little curvy. I love the red laser, you know, but Revolution of the Daleks, it's about the same. I'm gonna put it below. I'm gonna put it above Resolution because it's got more Daleks. It's got you know lots of good Dalek lines, and I remember more about it than Resolution. To be honest, moving on to Flux. I like Flux. I like Flux. I like Flux. The Halloween Apocalypse. Good. A little bit scatterbrained, but I would say good. Top of good. Top of the morning. Top of good. Top of the good to you. It's good. That's all I can say about it. It sets up a lot. It gets me excited, which is nice. It's very good. Top of good means that it's very good. Very good. Halloween Apocalypse, yeah, it's good. War of the Sontarans, fantastic. It is, I would say, one of the greatest. If we're gonna put things in the greatest, War of the Sontarans is one of the greatest. Once Upon Time. It's okay. Time is a planet. That's weird. That's strange. This whole series, this whole show, since the '60s has been about time, and it's a planet. The Maury, the Passenger. Oh, we got the two 1800s blokes. It's okay. It's okay. It's just okay. I could put it on the tail end of good, but I don't really think it is the tail end of good. I think it's just the top part of okay. It's okay. It's not like okay, so think of the difference between it's okay and it's okay. It's okay. This one is it's okay. Whereas it takes you away is it's okay. If you know what I mean. All right. Village of the Angels. Village of the Angels. I love Village. It's one of the greatest. I think it's War of the Sometimes is good, but I think Village of the Angels is better because I just love the Weeping Angels. I love Eustachius Jericho, my boy. I love him. It's one of the greatest of the era. Beautiful, beautiful. Survivors of the Flux. This is okay. It's still the okay that Once Upon Time was. It's just it's okay, you know. I mean, I think it's good. I think it's at the tail end of good. I think it deserves that because it's got uh I think it's got Kate Stewart in it. It's got Salamander's dude dude. What's his name? The Grand Serpent invading unit. It's got, lots of references. It's got Kate Stewart back, unless that's a different episode that I'm thinking about. It's been a while since I watched Flux. But I think on its own merits it gets it's good. It's good. The Vanquishers, it's okay. It's just it's less good. It's an underwhelming ending. It is. It's I mean, he always loves hyping things up in the beginning, and by he I mean Christian Mill loves hyping stuff up at the beginning, then dropping the ball at the end. And I think he did drop the ball at the end. But I like it. I like it. I like it. Legend of the Sea Devils. Actually, no, Eve of the Daleks comes first, doesn't it? Eve of the Daleks. I love this episode. It is one of the greatest of the era. I like it. I like it. I feel like it's got, for me, the 13th Doctor's sort of Pandora come moment where she gives a speech that, every doctor would give, but only her doctor could give, if you know what I mean. Confusing. But I think even the Daleks is really good. I like it. I like the machine gun Daleks, even though they miss every shot. I like it. It's funny, even though Chris Chibnall is not usually funny. It's actually funny. This is the one good Chris Chibnall episode. I think it's all right. Eve of the Daleks. I already said that one. I'm losing my memory. Legend of the Sea Devils. This one's boring. It's just okay. It's right at the middle. It's pretty boring. The only reason I remember more of it than say the Saranga Conundrum is just because I've watched it more recently than the Saranga Conundrum. But like, it's just okay. It's just okay. It's like okay, like at where this is okay, where this is okay. This is okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. It's just okay. The Power of the Doctor. It's a mess. It's a lot. They couldn't pick a plot line, and it doesn't conclude anything from the previous seasons, but it's got lots of fan service, and I think for that it deserves pretty. It's fantastic. In the Chibnall era, it's fantastic. I think that it's fantastic. I think that it made me, at least by the end, miss the 13th Doctor. More accurately, miss what could have become of the 13th Doctor. And I think it's a perfectly serviceable end to a rocky era in the show's history. Got a lot of fan service. BBC Centenary. Love it. Love it. It's just lots of fun. Not heavy on plot. It actually is way too heavy on plot. None of that plot, however, makes sense at all. So that's my argument. That's my ranking. And I'll play my special Doctor Who intro that I made with a MIDI file after I take a screenshot of this, because this is my ranking. There we go. That's it. I'm back. Might do more streams. I might not. I don't know. Whenever I got time, whenever I'm bored. See ya.